Alright, hello, greetings, and welcome back to Paine's Games with myself, Bass Driver, where if you enjoy the content, I invite you to leave a like, comment, share this video, but most importantly, hit that subscribe button and the little notification bell to be informed of my latest content. Right, we're here again, and today, it's, or last night even, I should say, I think it was about 8 o'clock GMT last night, Microslop rolled out their latest, developer direct. So hey, let's watch this thing, man. I think like straight away at the very beginning, I've got it I've got it queued up here. What have we got straight away? This year marks 25 years of Xbox, a milestone that celebrates the diverse storytellers, teams, and fans who bring these worlds to life. The argument could be made, and it was certainly at the time by myself, certainly very much, all the way up to now, that Microsoft's only reason for entering the console market was to destroy the console market. So this is a bit of a landmark, really. It is a milestone, because it's been 25 years since Microsoft decided to enter the market, and here we are, January 2026. Ubisoft is worth what? 90 cents? 90 cents, people. Ubisoft has crashed out completely. Nintendo can't shift Switches for love nor money, Switch 2s. Yeah, the PS5, yeah, it's the dominant force in the console scene to a degree, but still nowhere near as big as it should be. And Microsoft have succeeded in destroying the industry completely and reducing us to what? And again, go check out Laura Fryer, right? Massive respect to Laura, love her, she's so on it. She was there, she helped create this monster. And even she can acknowledge the way that this monster has completely devoured the industry and spat it out and left us with what we have now. And if you go check out one of her videos from a couple of videos ago now, she was talking about how when old Billy G got this project up and running, and she was obviously working on it, right? Like, he was insistent on it basically being a PC in a console box, in a set-top box, right? So much so that, again, I was there at the time. I remember all of this, right? Not at Microsoft. I lived through this period, right? And yeah, like, it was literally, they wanted to run full Windows on the original Xbox, which of course Laura's like, nah, that ain't gonna happen, man. Like, bro, math ain't mathing. Again, Billy G, he's not exactly the smartest guy, right? He's not exactly a technical genius. He's not exactly a mathematical genius. He's a fraudster. He's a complete charlatan, always has been, right? But he sat there saying, no, I insist on having full fat Windows. And she was like, you know what? That ain't gonna happen. So let's just not do that and just not tell him. And then when we actually show it to him and he's super impressed with it, which he was, then reveal the fact that, okay, it's not full fat Windows. So then he hasn't got a choice but to accept it. This is what they were fighting at internally. They were fighting against Billy G's total maniacal idea to turn console gaming into just PCs in a box back then. And here we are in 2026. People are anticipating the launch of the Steam Machine Mark II, which is exactly that, a PC in the box. And they're heralding it as like the next gen. This is where gaming is going. What? Back to PC. Well, thanks Billy G. Thanks Microslop. Thanks to Laura, but not necessarily for the behemoth eating the industry. Like, you know, Laura, again, go check out her channel, Laura Fryer, Fryer. She's got hours and hours and hours of great content. And I'd strongly suggest anyone check that out. But do leave me a little like subscribe before you leave her one as well. Especially because like she's a contemporary of mine, you know, as a former industry vet myself. But like, we're two people with exactly the same principles and quality, bar of quality, I believe. But we are differing in our angles and our, you know, particular places that we worked or whatever. But the beautiful thing with Laura is the vindication of sitting there and watching her tell stories about saying exactly what I was saying over my end of the industry at the time. So yeah, go check her out. But yeah, that's my little preamble for now. But let's check out what Microsoft have for us in the year ahead, January 2026 we're at right now. I have seen a couple of things. I tried to avoid like any spoilers, right? But I tried to, I have seen a couple of things. I think there's some Fable nonsense in here. Do join us in the chat as well. I am here in the chat, both on Twitch and YouTube, at Paine's Games or /Paine's Games, whichever one, on either of those platforms. Yeah, jump in the chat. Yeah, join me. I have myself a nice hot cup of tea. Gonna have my warming beverage. Yum, yum, yum. And yeah, let's enjoy 50 minutes of slop. Let's take a closer look at some of the amazing games coming this year, straight from the creators building. You know what? I'm not sure I want to see anything straight from the creators who are building it. Have I got subtitles on? Let me take the subtitles off. I don't need subtitles. All games show are also Xbox Play Anywhere. Wow, we're not even in it yet. We're not even in it yet. Xbox Play Anywhere. Buy once, play on Xbox consoles. Who's got one? Who the hell even has an XOS these days? You know, I mean, we've got a one. Right? Never went beyond that. What's the point? Do you know why? Because if you followed my Roller Coaster Tycoon stream yesterday, and I'll be doing another one after this, right? I built my own Steam machine. Why bother? Why bother? I'm not waiting for an over-expensive cube that's like, you can't upgrade, from Valve. You can't upgrade the damn thing. Like, it's literally a heat sink. It probably weighs a hell of a lot for the size it is. It's what, 15 by 15 centimeters, I think? 15 by 15 by 30, I think. Oh, no. Something like that. 15 by 15 by 17 or something like that. But trust me, this thing's going to be several kilograms. Because the whole Steam machine is a freaking heatsink. You're operating on, like, brinkmanship. Like, full brinkmanship. But again, this ties back to what my introduction here, right? Buy once, play on consoles, Xbox on PC, and Xbox Cloud with cross-saves and cross-progression. Essentially, they're just trying to be Steam. And again, don't forget the origins of Steam. Don't forget that Gabe Newell used to work for Microsoft, yeah? And do you know who else he also used to work for? Sierra Online. Yeah, that's Sierra Online. Yeah, as in King's Quest, Police Quest, yeah, all of that Space Quest, yeah. Yeah, a Babylon 5 game that never got released, okay? And what did they develop? They developed Steam. Go back, do some research, people. Again, I was contemporaneously there. I lived through this era, okay? Gabe Newell lifted Sierra Online's online store and selling system, a marketplace system. He lifted that, and through his experience of Microsoft and Sierra, created Steam, okay, and developed Steam. He didn't create it. It was developed based upon the work done at Sierra Online. Trust me on this. It might take some digging to find the facts these days, because boy, do people like scrubbing stuff from the web these days, right? But go back and check it out. Look at Gabe Newell's history. Okay, and again, if you want to get all tinfoil hat, yeah, it could have been part of the broader spectrum of bringing everyone back to PC in the end, because he did work at Microsoft, and the apples do not fall far from a tree at Microsoft. Look at Stephen Elop, who went to Nokia to expressly just to destroy Nokia. Okay, and I've spoken to plenty of Nokia engineers. My father worked for Nokia for a long period of time. He was one of the top guys there, like designer. Yeah, and all of the people I've ever spoken to from Nokia all say exactly the same thing and agreed with me. Stephen Elop was industrial espionage sent over by Microsoft to pillage them of all of their technology and IP and destroy the company. Okay, and now you've got Steam Machine being heralded as like the future. Well, it's just a goddamn PC, and it's a PC on Linux. Great, whatever. But you're still talking about a former Microsoft employee who basically lifted, in my opinion, my humble opinion, lifted software from Sierra Online and rebranded it as Steam and developed it further and built it into what we have today. So, really, well, look, how long is it going to be before we hear that Microsoft and Steam are merging? And Valve, sorry, Microsoft and Valve are merging, and Steam and the Xbox store will all become one thing? It sounds crazy. It sounds crazy, but I think that could be where we go eventually. Because Microsoft are absolutely flailing. And again, this is why I decided to build a Steam machine, right? Was because, like, now I have my Steam machine built. It works great. It plays everything. It plays all of my old classic PC games all the way up to modern stuff. And I have Game Pass, right? Like, we have it for the Xbox One. And what surprised me was like getting the Xbox app up and running on my Steam machine and going through and looking just a ridiculous number of games on Game Pass for PC. And I'm like Mini Driver said to me, could we like get what game was it? I think it was Kill It With Fire 2. Yeah. And of course he's looking on the Xbox One and the PS5. And I'm like, wait, give me 1 second. Let me just check on the PC that we've literally, with Steam machine we've just built, right? And I go over there and sure enough it's free. And I'm like, well, there we go. Just saved ourselves however much that was, 7 quid, 8 quid, whatever the hell it was. Yeah. Because it's free on there. And then I look at my phone this morning and I've got an update telling me that Space Marine 2 is free at the end of this month. And there's a whole bunch of other games, Final Fantasy 2, all this sort of stuff. And as far as I could read, all of them, every single one announced, is on PC or PC Game Pass, which again shows that they are pushing PC Game Pass so damn hard to try and get people to migrate over to that and just forget about the consoles, man. Forget about your consoles, it's just about your PCs. Holy crap, that's a rant right there. We're 12 minutes in, we haven't even actually started the video. Okay, come on, let's go. Let's go. Oh boy. It is silent, right? Wow, what a way to start your show, huh? Absolute silence. Oh, is it time for the cringe? Wait, was that Kojima? Sure, a lot of Japanese dudes hanging around there. Which again, like, I'm saying that because Microsoft is not traditionally really a Japanese, like, the Japanese did not like the Xbox. The Xbox has never been traditionally successful in Asian regions. Let me know what the volume's like, if the volume's all good, or it needs to be up or down or a little bit, you know. Oh yeah, we like playing pool and eating quinoa salad and, you know, jamming in the studio, but we don't really make anything.
I'm not sure what to do with my hands.
The cringe. The cringe. Can we go back to the days when developers were people that, like, actually had endearing quirks? And, like, I mean, God, I look at this. What was it? Someone posted, because I'd mentioned this, and someone did post, and it gained traction. It went viral, a photo of what I was saying, of Bungie that created Halo 1, the team of, what was it, less than 30 people, versus Bungie today. And the two, and I was talking about the massive difference, and this person picked up on that and posted the two photos. And you look at, like, Bungie, the less than 30 people that made Halo, and, like, they look like people that, okay, you might not choose to, like, walk up to in the street and chat with, but a lot of them you would. A lot of them you're like, yeah, cool, like, they look pretty groovy. There's a lot of diversity there as well. Yeah, you got, like, because again, remember when Halo was made, right? We're talking about early 2000s here, right? And, like, you had your goths, you had your emos, you had your rockers, you had your hip hoppers, you had your house fanatics, you had your ravers, you had your techno heads, you had your drum and bass heads, you had your jungle heads, yeah? And that whole spread was in there. And we're talking every colour under the rainbow, black, white, yellow, whatever you want, yeah? Like, men, women, old, young, and particularly old. Like, a whole bunch of old dudes there, yeah? And then you look at the photo today, and it's literally all the same people with the same side shave haircut, nose ring, multicoloured hair, and they're now the sort of people that you cringe at even seeing. And if you're, I don't know, out in Minneapolis, you might be afraid that they'll run you over thinking that you're working for ICE, right? Like, these are the same screaming swamp hags and cucked, like, you know, enablers. And look at the offices. This is the thing, if you go back to, like, you know, the old Bungie school and, like, id, look at id Software, like, back in the day, developing Doom, right? Look, compare the offices. Could there be a factor here that the ridiculous amount of lavish surroundings and, like, toys, it's like, look, Asron Gold says it all the time. I've been saying it for years, since I worked in the industry. I was sat there saying, this is an adult daycare. I'm stuck here with a bunch of grown-up kids, you know, that want to have arcade machines and pool tables and free drinks and free booze on a Friday and barbecues every Saturday and all this stuff. It's like, when are you actually going to do any fucking work? When are any of you going to do any goddamn work? Yeah? And now look at this guy. I don't know what to do with my hands. I know what to do with your hands. Do some fucking work. Do some goddamn work, brother. Jesus. Good start. Good start. Why Playground Games got 2 and 1 from... What, is this what we're going to see today? 2 games from Playground and 1 from... thingy. Oh damn, I was joking, but boy.
Welcome to this world first look at Forza Horizon 6. I'm Torben Ehlert, Design Director for Forza Horizon, and I can't wait to show you what the teams at Playground Games and Turn 10 have been working on.
And I'm Don Arcetta, Art Director for Forza Horizon. The Horizon Festival is a celebration of beautiful cars, hit music, and breathtaking locations around the world. And now we're taking you to the place we wanted to visit for a great
Leon.
Japan.
Oh, Japan! Yay! Let's go to the one place Xbox is the least popular.
You don't start as a superstar of the festival or a racing champion or even a rookie.
Forza is so played out.
As just a tourist in Japan.
And honestly, Gran Turismo, I think, is also pretty played out. We just haven't got any innovation.
Completing the Horizon qualifiers. After that, you'll rise through the ranks, unlocking wristbands as you complete races.
Ooh, I can unlock wristbands. Ooh, you can unlock wristbands, but content is behind a paywall.
Prove you're ready to move up by completing spectacular events to unlock your next wristband. These include classic Horizon showcases and our new Horizon Rush events, where you show off your skills on thrilling obstacle courses, like this one at the docks in Tokyo.
You know, also listen to the way this guy's talking, man. Like, it's so depressing because, like, okay, look, he's got a good voice for doing it, and he has the right articulation and intonation. But it's so marketed. It's so marketed. I want to hear someone that's actually done some, you know, like grind work on this, going, you know what? We put some work on the technology, you know, we've incorporated this technology, that technology, frame rate was important to us, but no, instead we get this very well-trained man who's a classically trained actor, and now I do voiceovers pretending to be an engineer at this development company.
When you finally earn your gold wristband, you get access to Legend Island, an exclusive region of the world with unique events, tracks, and areas to explore. And that will be...
He just comes across really disingenuous.
Throughout that journey, all of Japan outside the Horizon Festival is yours to explore at your own pace. So, let's talk about the location we've all been waiting for.
I love how the secretary's just sat there like, can you hurry fuck up, man? I've got to book my holiday.
Japan is the ideal location for our biggest, most exciting game yet. Full of beautiful landscapes and stunning contrasts of rural and urban, modern and traditional.
Really?
This is our largest map, full of verticality, diverse biomes, seasonality, and breathtaking driving experiences. Elevated by Japan's unique car culture. So we knew from the start that we wanted to deliver the most compelling and authentic game possible. To help us create those experiences in-game, we sought out advice and insight from people who've lived with Japanese car culture.
Is there a single person working at Playground Games that looks as though, oh, I suppose she does?
In Los Angeles and Tokyo, both cities known for car culture, I developed a passion for cars early. I've also worked extensively supporting creative collaborations between Japanese...
Wait, because I was about to say, is there anyone that looks remotely like an adult here? And yeah, I mean, dude, that's probably a poor screenshot there. I apologise, but like, she looked like she was about to come out and start saying something that I would find credible. But you can't tell me that this chick is like into Initial D, or like actual substantial or substantiated race driving. You can't tell me that, bro. Like, they've got this all the wrong way round. The guy before should have been the older, mature looking, like, I'm the guy running this thing, and, like, this is, I actually know what I'm doing. I'm not just some young dude, or I'm not trying to be a young dude with my baseball cap on, with a peak out, Like, that should have been the sort of mature, like, person that looks like has credibility. Then this should have been the young guy that is, like, maybe late 20s, early 30s, that is a total petrol head. And, like, I've ridden against Bosozuka, like, someone who actually drives. Or if they were going to go for a chick, Pam from Archer. You know what I mean? You can't tell me this chick is anything like, this lady here is anything like Pam from Archer, right? But then the cultural consultation, like, it's like, again, tell me you're not popular in Japan without telling me you're not popular in Japan, by making a game targeting Japan, set in Japan, with a cultural consultant from Japan. Again, this all, to me, speaks disaster. Look, I'm not going to buy this or play this. I doubt. Unless you are out there, want to see me play this thing, and are willing to, pay me money to play, I'm not playing this. Okay? I mean, I've got a bunch of Forzas, the old, like, 1 to 3, I think, or 4. 1 to 4 I've got to play. I don't know if I even have any Horizons at all. But they're not enticing me to play it. And certainly this one, I doubt is going to entice anyone in Asia to play it. Oh, boy. Like, the fans will love it. I'm sure the fans will love it, but...
and Western video game studios. Over the course of production, I had many conversations with the team about the nuances and the details of Japanese culture and how to reflect these in Forza Horizon 6. As an example, when we discussed naming options for the player home at Tokyo Docks, we discussed the building number, picking 7 and 8 because...
What the hell does this have to do with your game? Bro, like, I want to race. I want to drive. What is this?
those two numbers are considered fortunate in Japan. In fact, these numbers are also part of a well-known Japanese proverb, Nanakorobi Yaoki, which means never give up.
Nanakorobi Yaoki. Okay, yeah, fair
When
enough.
our team builds a Forza Horizon game, we focus on the essence of
Hi,
the
watashi wa.
place, what makes it special and unique. At the start of production, our team traveled to Japan to capture reference for everything. Time lapses of real Japanese cars,
Yeah, nice easy holiday to Japan for the producers, right, and the execs, right? Look, again, right, I love how they say that. Like, we travel to Japan, a team traveled to Japan. Again, I can tell you from first-hand experience, bro, that was literally the highest earners in the company. Okay? There weren't no QA going out there. I'll tell you that for a fact. There ain't no QA going out there. There's no one beyond, like, executive production manager or production exec going there. Like, there might be, like, exec designers, like the top, like, top design and top, environment designers. But, like, trust, like, when they say that, it makes it out like, the studio has sent people over. No, the studio sent, like, the richest people, the top people in the studio to go drink sake, get wasted with salary man, sing some karaoke, and maybe take a few photos of the environment while they're there to take back.
Respond to passing cars.
Sorry to break it to you, but that's how the industry works.
From these references, we then work to capture the soul of those places, adapting it for Horizon's open-world gameplay. And since Japan is home to driving experiences unlike anywhere else, that process begins with the roads.
Yeah, I would have thought driving does, like, the process of driving does start at the road.
Like Mount Haruna and Bandai Atsuma. Then we layer in the details around them, creating a world where every road leads to discovery.
I mean, I would say, like, it's looking pretty accurate, like, geographically, but this is something you could just do with LiDAR. And PS3 was doing demos of how to use LiDAR to do exactly this. Okay, I'll explain that. Okay, hold on, I'll explain that then. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is LiDAR, right? So, one of the PS3 tech demos was done by using satellites with LiDAR to scan an area on the planet, right? And they used that LiDAR data to then automatically generate the 3D environment, in which, and I'm trying to remember if I think it was a fly-through, if I remember correctly, and I think they also had a physics demo at the end of it with a gas station blowing up, yeah, to demonstrate like the super advanced physics of like the PS3. This is another Phil Harrison presentation, so again, take from that what you will, but like certainly they were giving proof of concept of a LiDAR scan that could then just like auto-gen straight into 3D physics or 3D geometry, sorry, within the game. So, all of this looks really great. But again, like, between AI and LiDAR, do you need to send anyone there in the first place? And did they need to? Because this is looking like they probably did LiDAR a whole bunch of this stuff. They probably even did like the whole Google car 360-degree camera shot, where I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of stuff they did do was actually like a 360 cam on top of a car that they drove around these places, and between that and LiDAR, they could generate all of this. Like, I'm not saying they did do this, but it looks that way.
Corner, and every shortcut is fun to drive and a delight to explore.
Seasonal change in Japan is dramatic, and these changes are widely celebrated in local culture. We've captured that in games so that you'll see.
Is it me, or is this looking a lot more like Gran Turismo these days? It's like so trying to be like an open world Gran Turismo.
Everything you find on your road trip in Japan is something for you to collect. Cars, houses, landmarks, mascots, and more.
Why is the Eiffel Tower there?
Japan's car culture is one of the reasons we've been so excited for this location. And Forza Horizon 6 will feature more than 550 cars.
Look at the diversity, folks. Seen one white guy so far.
New Forza Aero and the ability to paint liveries on windows. We've also fully overhauled our roster to be better balanced across all performance classes.
But everything's too shiny. Again, we've got to that like, it's like glowing crevices all over again. Yeah? Volumetric light. Like, just everything's shiny.
For example, with new cosmetic tyre wear, so each car responds authentically as you rack up the miles on those iconic Japanese roads. With more cars on day one than ever before, we've also created new ways to expand your car collection as you explore.
Dude, more cars, look, more cars on day one. Like, what is that? Define that, because I remember days like, what? Gran Turismo 2, 3, 4, where we're talking hundreds of cars at launch. At launch, on the disc. No DLC. No paid DLC, no paywall, no microtransactions. Where's the value? Where's the value in this game is what I'm asking. Show me the value of this game.
Aftermarket cars. They're always bargains and include some extremely rare and unique cars to show off in your garage. We're not just bringing classic JDM to life, but also showcasing some of the newest, most exciting cars in the world. And Forza Horizon 6 cover car is one of them. The GR GT is a race-derived road car that combines motorsport performance with road-going excellence. And our game is the ideal place to experience the most modern iteration of Kazoo Racing's relentless pursuit of Japanese engineering perfection.
Our car signed
Oh, there's another one.
with great detail and remastered audio. All brought to life by new acoustic modeling technology.
Rory, eh? Just for people out there, that's Rory, okay? Like, for any of you that can't read Gaelic, that's Rory. Not Raleigh, okay? It's Rory. Just a little hint for y'all. Yeah, I have to say that because, like, God bless, like, I was telling the good lady driver this the other day when we were back at Sega. We had this wonderful HR lady, Enya. Right, and if any of you do know any Gaelic, yeah, Enya is spelled ethne, so E-I-T-H-N-E, yeah? So people kept calling her Ethne all the time. Hi, Ethne. All right, Ethne. Oh, my God. The cringe. And I was literally the only person that ever called her by her name. So, unsurprisingly, we got on quite well. So, bless you, Enya. I hope you're all good out there. Wherever you are now. I hope it's not a Sega still. God bless. Grunty, grunty, rum, rum.
A huge part of the Horizon Festival,
and we're curating a diverse track list from around the world.
Oh, they got a
including
diverse
exciting
track
Japanese
list, guys. They got a diverse. Hey, guys. Not only are the team diverse, the tracks are diverse, man.
You can
Woof.
choose your perfect soundtrack with
Woof.
racing, cruising, or drifting. And to complement the visual contrast of our map, we've captured extensive field recordings across all four
Yeah,
seasons
look at
in
all
Japan,
this sexy
creating a
graphics
rich
that you're not
and
going to see
truly
because you're
authentic
speeding
world
past at
for you to
180.
experience.
In Forza Horizon 6, you'll have new ways to shape that world with features that let you make a life for yourself in Japan. Our new customizable garages are the perfect place to do that. You'll find one of these at every player house, big enough for multiple cars, where you can freely decorate the entire space. And when you're done, you can invite your friends over to see what you've built. But the ultimate place to express your creativity is the estate. This mountain valley starts off completely empty and overgrown, but once you unlock it, you can build and
Oh
decorate
yeah, look at this
directly
beautiful
in the
landscape.
open
Look at this beautiful countrified landscape that we give you, right? It's overgrown. Yeah. And now you can turn it into like an industrial metropolis dedicated to cars and what there. Mate, you ain't going to see, look, your DEI is going down. Their DEI score is going down here. I mean, they've got diverse team and they've got diverse tracks and diverse cars, but their ecology ain't looking so good, man. They ain't looking sustainable to me. That's, your DEI score is taking a hit there. I think they must have traded off like carbon credits or something, diversity credits.
Our teams are fully committed to Forza Horizon being the open world driving game for everyone. We'll be carrying forward all of our
Again,
accessibility
the
features
open
from
world
previous
driving game for everyone. Design for everyone, appeal to no one.
games. We'll also be adding in new options like proximity radar for competitive players and auto drive for players who want to lean back and appreciate the world in motion.
Auto drive. What, like, dude, what? Like, for people that just want to sit back and enjoy the scene of Jesus. We're making a racing game, yeah? You know what function would be good? What's that? Where you don't even touch the controller, it just drives itself and you sit there watching it. Yeah, you ever heard of a replay? But again, this is where replays are a problem, because in an open world, you know, like with the open world structure, it kind of doesn't make replays as easy a thing to do, because that's traditionally where you'd really enjoy like the scenery and your car and your performance as a driver. No, now you just let the bloody thing drive around on its own. It sounds like a Kathleen Kennedy suggestion, you know, like instead of getting the woman, why doesn't he get the dog?
New accessibility feature is customizable high contrast mode, making the open world of Japan visually accessible to everyone. No matter how you
What?
and your friends.
Wow. Oh, man. Like, so it's visually accessible to everyone, but the problem is it looks horrible. So even if you are now able to play it, I'm going to take a wild guess here. And if you're out there and you do have color blindness or any of the aspects that these accessibility features are targeted at, then let me know. Does this appeal to you when you're actually playing in this mode? I guess it's better than not being able to play it at all. I get that. But is it still like, oh my gosh, that's giving me a headache because everything's red, blue, green, and orange?
Friends play, you can customize Forza Horizon 6 so you can play together.
Japan is world-renowned for its car meets, like Daikoku, and inspired by these experiences, Forza Horizon 6 will include new, open-world car meets. These are places where you can show off your cars and characters, download tunes and liveries, and even buy a copy of the cars you see. Then head out together to explore, where you'll find classic events like street races and our
And how much of
Tokyo
that's
Battle,
microtransactions,
iconic
man?
nighttime races down Japanese mountain passes. There's more to do in the open world than ever before, with new shared experiences like Horizon Time Attack circuits. These are seamlessly part of the open world, with no loads, no matchmaking, just a truly social experience with you, your friends, and the in-world leaderboard.
Playing together is easier and more rewarding than ever.
Forza fans are incredibly creative, making everything from liveries to race events and scenic locations to explore. To support your creativity, we've added the ability to start building from anywhere, as well as loads of other player-requested improvements, all of which are also available in the estate and the customizable garage. We also know you love to collaborate, so in Forza Horizon 6, we're making building fully multiplayer. In Horizon Collab, you and your friends can build anything you can imagine together.
So again, like, you know, we would build a game, but we're too busy playing foosball and cards, so you just build it for us. We'll give you the tools, you just build it.
Hope you've enjoyed this first look at some of the
Not particularly, bro. I mean, you creep me out for a start. You look like someone that should probably be on a register somewhere.
Xbox and PC on the 19th of May. If you're a Forza fan on
that was the most
PlayStation,
boring
we'll be
looking thing
welcoming
ever.
you to Japan later this year when our PlayStation version is ready. For now, though,
Ooh,
stay
PlayStation
tuned for
version.
more updates
Homogenized.
about the game over the coming months. And thanks
Tasty
for joining us.
homogenized
Can't
milk.
Wait to see you in Forza Horizon 6 as we discover Japan together.
Hey, how about you discover how to make a fun game, bro? Yawn. I'm gonna need a drink in a minute, you know? Like, all this lip flapping makes me need a drink. What is this? Oh, it's just the cover car. What's with the mechs, bro? Okay, look, I'm gonna go get a drink, okay? I'll be right back in a minute, okay? Hold on, I'll be right back. Alright, okay, I'm back. I'm back. Where are we? Here we are. I'm back. Okay, let's continue. So, It's on everything. It's on Steam. It's on Xbox Cloud. It's on PC. See, Steam. Like, honestly, to mark my words, man. I don't know. Like, maybe Law 5 would have an opinion on that. I have a feeling that in the long run, Xbox and Steam marketplaces are going to merge. Okay. May 19th, well, that's a date I shall not be putting in my diary. Not interested. I mean, again, it even just, all the branding even just looks like Horizon 5. Yeah, I think, right? It was pink as well, right? Didn't they only just release Horizon 5 on PS5, like, at the end of last year as well, right? Like, yeah, okay. So, hard pass, hard fail on your first game. Moving on. What's next? What other slop you got for us? Got something from Game Freak? Is that all they've got? Is it literally just these three guys? Because that, you know, that would suck.
Minasan, konnichiwa. ゲームフリークのゼネラルプロデューサー大森茂です。ここは東京にあるゲームフリークのオフィスです。ビースト・オブ・リンカネーションはかつてない新しい体験を作り出すことに主眼を置いたゲームフリーク独自の取り組みギアプロジェクトから生まれた新しい挑戦です。これまでもポケットモンスターシリーズを含めソリティバ、ギガレッカーなどさまざまなオリジナルゲームタイトルを世に送り出し常に新しいアイデアや世界観の築々に挑戦しています。ビースト・オブ・リンカネーションはまさに新しい体験ができるゲームです。遠い未来、文明崩壊後の汚れに侵食された日本。
Why is everything... Oh, man.
アクション RPG という
What was that game? Was it Ico with a dog? Or am I thinking of Ico, Rise of the Ancients, is it? Or Rise of, what is it? Rise of the Guardians?
味わっていただくことができればと心から願っています。
So, what, it's like a sort of Monster Hunter cross with, like, Rise of the Ancients and whatever it is, Rise of the Guardians. Huh. The fur on that looks whack.
そのゲームである感覚を自分の心に問いかけることから始めていました。世界観、
Oh, it's a game about feelings. Ah, okay, I get you.
がいいんだろうと探っていました。そうしているうちにぬくもり、頼もしさ、そして寂しさが入り混じったような感覚が最もしっくりきたんです。自分の心に反応しました。隔離された主人公エマとこの世界を一緒に旅していくぬくもりのある相棒。
You know, again, I think we're in another one of those rage phases or fads. It's all the rage at the moment to have highly easternized Asian looking games with, like, you know, good looking Asian characters and such. Like, look, it's nice to have some difference, like, to your usual, you know, Western American led, like, you know, Gears of War, Battlefield, Call of Duty, browns and greys, same thing rebranded year after year. But at the same time, now we're getting just a whole swathe of these games. What was the one the other week? Was it Whispers of the Heart or something like that? There's one that Asman and everyone was playing, going mental about. It's a free-to-play one. It looks exactly the same as this. There's a real swathe of very generic-looking, like, Asian games coming onto the market, and this looks like another one.
これまでゲームフリークは動植物や自然と真摯に向き合ってきました。形状を自由に変えられて武器のように鋭くなりつつも美しい、そんな中核となるモチーフとして植物を選びました。ただ単に美しい植物を風景で表現するだけではなく、遊びにも植物を取り入れました。
That's a lot of particles. That's a lot of real-time particles.
モチーフを見出し、ゲームデザインとモチーフを紐付けることはポケットモンスターシリーズの開発を通じて培ってきた重要なステップです。モチーフが決まった段階で
We learn through the Pokemon series. You have seen the latest Pokemon games, right? Like, So wait, hold on. Is this where your art directors went? Did they get shipped off onto this project to leave Pokemon languishing in whatever the hell that last Pokemon game was that looked like actually quite similar? It looked like a 3D third-person view version of the SO UK, Shout Out UK propaganda game that the UK government released in 2023 that got picked up last year or the end of last year. Like, I gotta admit, I do like the designs that the team have come up with on paper, but in the game, again, like I say, is it Unreal? Using Unreal Engine? Because that could be the problem. That could actually be the problem, that there's some really beautiful design work going on here, but it's all filtered through the lens of Unreal, because it looks very Unreal.
コンセプトアーティストの幸田一馬さんご協力のもと、この世界のビジュアルを形作っていくことにしました。エマとクーの姿を思い描いたとき、自然に支配される世界の舞台として日本が
That's especially like Koo as in Kujo. Kujo.
日本の
It's gonna be
昔から
Kujo.
続く山々に囲まれた自然豊か
Yeah,
な
Koo.
風
It's gonna be
景と
Kujo.
SF が入り混じった世界をエマとクーが歩く姿を自然にイメージできました。さらに植物をモチーフ
I
に
think
し
that's
た
one of the other
重
big
要な
problems
存
we've
在
got at the
と
moment
して
is
植
the
物と
rage,
動物
kind of
が
like
融合した
cyberpunk
生
in a
物
way.
でもある。食体も出
Like
来上
back
が
with
ってい
like
きま
Ghost in
し
the
た。
Shell and all the rage for
食体
that.
のデザイン
Yeah,
は
we've got
当
this
時
rage
私
for
が注目していたデジタルアーティス
beautiful,
ト
super
森
organic
田裕樹さんに
mixed
お願いす
with
ることにしま
super
した。
technological, inorganic. In a post-apocalyptic dystopian world, like we've got millions of games like this now. Like, can we have something different?
ストーリーの舞台は西暦4026年の日本です。はるか昔に発生したケガレという名の寄生植物の影響で人類の大半が消滅した後の世界です。
This mysterious plant, the blight. So, two things. One, sounds very Last of Us, obvious, it's the obvious one, but Genesis Climber must be other. Which I literally just started rewatching again this week. Like, is this not like the proto matter? Yeah, and like what the Invid are after. It is basically that, but with a sort of samurai / ninja sort of feel.
空から目を離さない方がいい。
ああ、分かってる。封じ後エンバー、お前に輪廻の獣討伐の命を出す。
都に迫る輪廻の獣を討伐するにはエマとクーの力を強化していく必要があります。そのためにこの世界に存在する強力な腐食体主を討伐し、その力を取り込んでいくことになります。汚れを封じることができるエマにしかできない特別な役目です。腐食体はこの世界の F の対象であり、最も象徴的な存在です。汚れに寄生されて巨大化していった生物たちです。エマとクーが戦う強力な敵です。腐食体は汚れ
I'm hearing a lot of
その
words.
巨体で
Not seeing much in the way of like appealing
腐食
action.
体の中でもひときわ大きい主と呼ばれる存在は植物を操り自身の支配地域に汚れの森を呼び出します。汚れの森に入ると周囲の環境がガラッと変わります。手強い腐食体が襲いかかりプレイヤーの行く手を阻むのです。そしてこの世界にはゴーレムというもう一つの勢力があります。
So yeah, that is a lot of words to say very
残
little.
るためかつての人間が魂を機械の体に転送した姿です。2000年の間に凄まじい戦闘技術を身につけましたが、一方で魂は劣化してしまっていて暴走しています。
エマとクーはさまざまな人物と出会います。長い旅をサポートするブラッド、カグラであったり、あとはクナイというエマと同じように腐食体を連れた剣士とも巡り合います。
Why are they always called kunai? They're always called kunai, aren't they? Every single time. Always called kunai.
互いにその力を影響させ合いながら戦います。例えばエマが敵の動きを見極め攻撃を受け流すとクーに力がたまり開花技という強力な効果を持った技を発動できます。そして開花技を放てばさらに次のアクションの選択肢に幅が広がります。 例えばある開花技を使うとエマは彼岸花の大輪を咲かせ、
You know, I feel like what would have been a better idea than this is to maybe just do like something Pokemon-ish, but with like a more grown-up like theme. I don't know about this. This just, I don't know. I'm sure people will be fawning over it when it comes out. It'll be like Expedition 34.
エマとクーの連携は研ぎ澄まされていきます。互いに補い合う関係で2人は常につながっているんです。エマとクーには
I swear to God, if this direct is just 3 games.
エマが行動すればクーに影響を与え、クーが行動すればエマに影響が与えられるようにしました。またエマとクーの親密度が上昇するにつれて装備できるスキルも多くなります。様々なスキルを組み合わせることで独自のプレイスタイルを作っていくことができるんです。
Lots of words. Show me some cool stuff, man. Again, where like they're marketing on feels. Even the marketing has got to the point of like, let's just market over like detail over feels. How complex it is, detailed it is, like of how it generates these great feelings within you. Like, I don't know, man. I do find it interesting they chose Golem or Golems as the sort of that sort of enemy there.
エマとクーでどのような装備でどのような霊奇跡と組み合わせて戦うのか、プレイヤーの皆さん次第です。皆さんがどんな意外な組み合わせを生み出すのか、今からとても楽しみです。
How can you look forward to the surprising combinations that we're going to come up with? Because you guys are the guys developing it, right? So you'll know the limits of the combinations. You'll know every combination. And if you've done your testing right, you should know every combination. Well, if you've done testing, because again, like, go look at Laura Fryer again. I mentioned her at the top of the show. Go check out her last video about Meta and Facebook and their like complete lack of testing for Ray-Bans. Their Ray-Bans.
そしてプレイステーションでリリースされます。
Oh, that's some nice homogenized milk there.
イーストブリンカネーションは発売初日から Xbox ゲームパスでプレイ可能です。ぜひ
Floppy homogenized milk.
ゲ
Great.
ームフリークが挑む渾身の新作。
Ambitious, maybe. Appealing, I don't know. There's a billion other games just like this. There's probably like a billion like free-to plays just like this. And the fur on that wolf looks brass, man. Nah, not interested. Okay, so we are actually going to get like at least one other thing. Can't remember the last thing Double Fine did that I was at all interested in. These are not faces you should be making while...
Hello, I'm Tim Schafer, founder and studio head of Double Fine Productions, and this is Elsbeth Larkin.
Don't forget, I've worked with these guys, okay? Like, I've actually worked with Double Fine on The Cave.
Quick game prototypes.
Okay, that was a project right there.
And we have a vote on which ones we want to try to make. We forget the projects we're currently working on, basically get amnesia, and we do this for 2 weeks. That's a fortnight. And we build a few of these experimental game prototypes. We call this process Amnesia Fortnight. We've had all sorts of great ideas come out of this process. It's just like this clay. With a little bit of pressure and creativity, something interesting is created that wasn't there before. Our next game came out of Amnesia Fortnight. It's all about encouraging you to create with others, and then use what you create to destroy each other.
So, wait, it's just like bloody Little Big Planet. Yet another, we can't be bothered to make a game, so we'll just leave you the tools to make your own.
Don't worry, it's easy to make a new pot if you're playing Kiln, our online multiplayer pottery party brawler.
Wow, this is going to have the longevity of a single ply tissue in a thunderstorm. Like, really? Like,
We love to explore new and original ideas here at Double Fine, alongside last year's Weird But Chill game Keeper, featuring surreal and dreamlike exploration. Kiln is the other side of that coin, bringing high-energy, expressive multiplayer action. You'll get a chance today to see how we're continuing to foster our spirit of creativity with this next game. Derek Brand spearheaded this pitch, and he's here today to talk about this fully realized Double Fine experience he's leading with his team.
It's going to be a short experience, you know, as short as the lifespan of a chocolate teapot. Like, seriously.
We built this game to respond to your
I'm going to say now, like, I reckon this game could be out for like 6 months to a year, and it would never match the player base of something like Among Us at this stage. I reckon like Among Us would still absolutely cream it in online players, consistent online players.
But I also play a lot of action titles, which got me wondering, what would a game look like that included not just the cathartic element of destruction and action, but the equally cathartic act of creation I was familiar with as an artist? I stumbled on the answer one day. What better solution than a pottery wheel? We wanted to give players the ability to create characters.
Because it's a bold move making it online multiplayer. They best have like 4-player split screen co-op, like couch co-op, because yeah, online is risky, man. You're dependent on other people being there. Look, I love playing Quake, right? I love playing Quake and Quake 2 and Unreal. And I play it online. The PS5 I was playing it online. There's only like 6 people there, man. You know, and these are games that are actually in my mind like the fact there's still 6 people playing like Quake in this day and age on PS5 and PC. And proof in the pudding that there's something keeping people going. It's been a long time. It's been what, 30 years, 32 years, and there's still 6 people playing that.
Avoid or destroy incoming enemy warriors. And of course, fill your pot up with water to ultimately douse the enemy's kiln and win the game.
Got him once. Now keep at it.
Whereas Concord, like no one playing it, right? So if this is online multiplayer only, they're screwed.
With Kiln, we wanted to give players what we know they've always wanted from Double Fine. A best-in-class pottery sim, of course. With this strange concept came lots of design challenges, though, because it's a game about...
I'll say this is actually like not a bad trailer. It's a good advert. Like it's not as cringe as any of the others. Sorry, I say any of the other two.
All together, while keeping the whole experience approachable for anyone.
Dude, she's my monitor.
Pottery masters.
Yeah, check it. They're all using my monitors. Nice.
Like simplicity, we landed on a design that lets you feel like a master potter who can easily make any pottery shape you could dream up, even if you've never seen a potter's wheel. It's weirdly satisfying. We've carefully married the clay technology with the behavior of the sculpting tools and controls to make sure anyone can pick it up in seconds. Refine it with sponges, shapers, and straight edge tools to get specific and make it yours.
Is this a girl game? I don't know. I don't know if this is a girl game. Honestly, like, I can see the appeal. Yeah, I can see why people would think that. But like the whole like Smash Brothers bit probably isn't, or Power Stone bit probably isn't quite jiving with a lot of them.
So that means we had to ask ourselves, if I was a vase, and this vase that I just made was now my body, what can I, as a vase, do?
You mean a vase, right?
Every pot and kiln needs to have a core set of moves fit for a warrior. To run, jump, attack, and roll. They also must have moves fit for a pot to fill up with water and then splash that water out. Each shape has its own unique way of performing these moves. And because your shape matters, the animation team has taken on the challenge of bringing those different pot shapes to life in surprising ways. In addition to these core moves, each shape also has its own special attack, which we push to be the most fun and over-the-top moments in the game. Cups popping popcorn, bottles turning into swords, jugs blaring like megaphones, plates flinging pots.
So like you basically built a game based around pottery, but then like you're like, oh crap, how does pottery actually fight? Here, let's just like use standard weapons and such, turn into a sword.
As you
They didn't
fire
explore
water
the
on the battlefield,
limitations
try
of
to
their
extinguish
core
your opponent's
concept
kill.
far enough, I think.
You'll have to pay attention to each map's unique nuances.
It's like, it could be fun for like a day, but I can't see this having longevity or sticking
We
power.
specifically designed our maps to integrate with how you choose to play and what pot you choose to play as. So you'll see things like secret tunnels that only fit certain size pots, and pathways that are only traversable with certain shapes.
You'll fight on fractured, floating pieces of ancient history, like an ancient Greek nightclub, fit for Dionysus. It's even got a
What,
dance
fit for Dionysus? Bro, why are we hearing about Dionysus all the damn time now? From like the Olympics all the way up to now. Like, what is going on?
To rearrange the battlefield
I don't
for
want my
advantage.
kids going to a Dionysus party. You get me?
Complete with a
What
mosh
the
pit,
hell?
Only one pot can emerge unbroken.
Leverage your unique creations. Everything from your size, your capacity to carry water, your speed to cross the battlefield, and other choices you can make will define how you want to approach your playstyle. Do you want a team full of large cups, maximizing your dousing potential? Or a team of tiny
I'm gonna be honest,
saucers
this is an
ready to
effort.
quickly
This is an
smash up
actual
anything
effort
that
to
gets
get
in their
through.
way?
Like, they're talking
Or
way
a
too
unique
long about
combination
way
you've
too little.
discovered that balances power and splashability.
This is
If you're skilled
I
enough
actually
to
got
end up at
literally
the
yawn
enemy
now.
kiln with lots of water, you can unleash a powerful super splash ability that
I
does
had a
tons
decent
of
amount of sleep
damage
last
and
night
makes
as
the
well,
kiln
you
vulnerable
know.
to further attacks, letting you and your team dunk on the enemy kiln to either win big or turn the tide and make a comeback.
And that is how it's done.
At the end of a round, the cycle of creation and destruction.
Why
loops
is
around
she
again,
glossy?
and now
Why
you're
is
back in
everything
the
glossy?
West, a multiplayer lobby where you can hang at the wheel and make something cool with your friends. You've just earned XP points and chips from battle. Now you can load up on art supplies and expand your pot-making options.
I think
They're
it's
gonna make a
so much
joke
about
about
why
throwing
people
pottery.
Play it. They just want to create all day long.
If they don't, they've
Our
missed the trick.
decoration system was designed to support your creativity. As we did with the design of the sculpting process, we looked to the pottery studio for inspiration. We found ways to translate the experience of adding spouts, lids, and handles, as well as glazing.
We're almost through this. So, like,
Every
it's literally
design
just
choice
4
we made
games.
ultimately
I
serves
think,
the goal of
by the looks
enabling
of
a
it.
near infinite
Like,
range of
seriously, really.
possibilities. We can't wait to see what your favorite designs are.
It's all about my pizza party themed small jug. It becomes a drill that can dive under enemies, and it pops up with a special.
What, is that like the
ability for
Quartering's little
destruction.
brother or something?
I love a medium jug, a simple handle, a 2-layer watermelon glaze, and I'm ready to bring the good vibes into the chaos.
Is that a dude?
My
Really?
favorite is the large vase. It has a UFO-like animation, and it's great for team defense and protecting your bix.
Hands down, the best pot shape is a small bowl. It's perfect for sneaking past enemies. Plus, its ice cream theme special is so cute.
One of my favorite warrior pots has to be the medium base. It's
Ernest
decent with
Walker
fast
III.
for enemy players and matches. The decorations really make it
They're
sharp.
good.
A curved elbow spout, Cupid's handle, some spiked charms with a rainbow glaze, and one butt sticker. You can't go wrong with butt
What
sticks.
the heck? Like,
My favorite pot?
messaging,
The
message.
absolute most
Like,
material
come
possible to make
on.
the biggest pots possible.
Wow, Double Fine has been
I call it tiny.
completely infiltrated, bro. Like, what the hell? Is that appropriate, really? Again, this is why you have to be signed in to watch this. I think this is why you have to actually be signed into YouTube to watch this video. Because it's got obvious, like, dubious sexual themes in it, targeting kids. Come on, man.
With expanded decorations, new activities,
Jesus.
and much, much more. Rating is more fun together, and we love your help sculpting this experience. Be on the lookout to throw down with fellow Double Fine fans and join the Double Fine Action
There you go,
Insiders
throw
for
down.
an even earlier look and a chance
Told
to
you.
play in our
Told you
closed
they'd
beta
have some throwing
very soon.
pottery jokes.
You want me to say it 5 times? That's mean. Am I supposed to? Okay. This game is called Kiln, an online multiplayer party bar, online multiplayer party I'll never do it twice. Okay, I can do it again. Online multiplayer party polybar.
You know what? Can we swap Jack Black for Tim Schafer? I think Tim Schafer's like missed his true calling. He should have been like in all of those films Jack Black's been in, and then those films would be good rather than arse. back to playground games. Like, God, you guys are all played out, aren't you? You really have reached the limit and the end of your lifespan, haven't you?
Welcome to Playground Games, where I'm thrilled to share our very first
Back it up,
deep dive
guys.
into a game we've
It's
been
all
making
over.
here for a really, really long time. Fable.
Oh, so
Playground
yawn.
Games is renowned for fun, immersive, and visually stunning.
I got news
open
to you.
world experiences.
Nobody cares.
Since
For one thing, they say it's been in
2010,
development
we've
so
been
long,
developing the
nobody
Forza
cares.
Horizon series
But then
right
you also
here
had that
in
we
Royal
hate the
Remington
gamers
Spa,
and we hate
charming
women,
little
like
town in the middle of
rant
England.
last year
As Horizon
with
has
that
grown,
hideous
so have we.
thing you showed off.
Over the past few years, we've built a new team to carry that reputation into a new genre.
You mean in the
that
last
we are
like 8 months you built a new team to try and fix
Fable is Playground's
whatever the hell
first
mess you had
open
before?
world action RPG. And we couldn't be more proud to be carrying on the work of the legendary Lionhead Studios,
Yeah,
the original
fraudsters.
creators of the franchise.
Fraudsters.
And although our game is a new
I
beginning,
have good friends that worked at Lionhead, and it speaks volumes that they refuse, quite rightfully I believe, they refuse to talk about their time at Lionhead in detail, particularly whenever you mention Milo. The minute Milo's mentioned, they're like, I can't talk about that, because they are all NDA'd up to the eyeballs, because Peter Molyneux, in my humble opinion, is a fraudster, and has been defrauding hundreds of thousands of pounds and credibility and awards out of the gaming industry for years, since the Bullfrog days.
In classic Fable
The
fashion,
Gremlin
you
and
begin the
Bullfrog
game
days,
as
that
a
sort of era.
child, growing up in the sleepy rural village of Briar Hill.
Is that still the weird boy girl?
Your heroic powers first emerge, and we discover that you are Albion's first hero in a generation.
But that still looks like a
Not
boy.
long afterwards, disaster strikes, and the people of your village, including your beloved grandma, are turned to stone by a mysterious stranger. Suddenly alone in the world, you'll set off on an adventure which will change Albion forever.
I wish it wasn't called Albion.
Is a huge moment because this is Albion like you've never seen it before.
This is gay Albion.
Magical forests, bustling villages, sleepy hamlets, oversized vegetable patches, and stunning vistas.
So same as every other
And
Fable
because
game.
our Albion is truly open world, for the first time, you'll be able to explore this rich and detailed world seamlessly. with the
Open
freedom
world
to go
sucks.
Where you want from early in the game.
It only works in a
Can't
very
wait
small
to
number of
welcome you back to
situations.
Albion's iconic capital city, Bowerstone. Home to Fairfax Castle, the old clock tower, and the legendary Heroes Guild.
It's a huge city, full of contrasts. Rich and poor.
Again, they're talking about this as if Fable is a legendary franchise. It freaking isn't. It really isn't.
As you discover the secrets of the Heroes Guild and its reclusive guildmaster, Humphrey the Golden.
It's still the dude. They haven't even changed the dude face.
Craggy coastlines, spooky marshes.
I mean, I'll give it to them. They're standing by their conviction by sticking to that terrible character model.
Creators of two rival gangs.
Is it based on him? Like they have similar notes. Is that a self-insert of this guy?
Cult of Shadows. Our Albion is beautiful, handcrafted, and richly detailed.
In Albion, heroes are special, different. They're stronger than regular people. They're more skillful, more charismatic. More importantly, they're those rare humans who can harness and use magic in the world around them. They have the power to do what they want.
And so do you. In our game, we want you to play as the hero you want to be. And that starts with being able to choose how your hero character looks.
So, in Fable, you'll be able to pick from a range of different character
Yeah,
heads.
again, still the dude.
Customize your clothing, hair, skin
You can be a
tone,
dude,
tattoos,
or
and
another
scars.
dude.
So the hero you play represents you.
But as well as your appearance, you can be the hero you want to be through the way you play, through the skills and abilities
Nose
you learn,
ring.
and through the weapons you use.
Just like the classic trilogy, heroes in our game fight with a combination of strength, skill, and will. Seamlessly blending melee and ranged weapons with magical abilities gives us style-weaving combat.
Kick the chicken.
Allowing you to show off your personal playstyle against single opponents and large groups of enemies alike. Melee is at the heart of our close quarters combat. You'll use light and heavy combos, often knocking enemies off balance and executing stylish finishers. Swap to your ranged weapon to bypass enemy guard and deal with troublesome flying enemies. And of course, you'll be able to unleash your powerful spells to both manipulate and devastate your opponents.
We're excited to be bringing back some fan-favorite adversaries for you to fight.
Fan favorite implies you have plans.
Hobbs are back, as are Balverines, Hollowfolk, and Trolls.
And we're adding brand new enemies too, like this fearsome cockatoo.
Very dull and subdued colours. You know, for a Fable game that seems pretty like... Looks like it's trying to be EverQuest.
But with all the unique tools in your combat toolbox, how you defeat your enemies is up to you.
Is that basically what this is? They just reskinned EverQuest, basically. And called it Fable.
But there's more to being a hero in Albion than fighting. So much more. When we talk to people about their favourite memories of the original games, so many of their stories were about the stuff you can do when you weren't just being a hero. The normal, everyday stuff which happened when you interacted with the people of Albion.
For me, what I remember most vividly...
Are you talking to people from like 15 years ago? Like when Fable was actually relevant and current? Like, cause dude, like, how old are these people? Who are these people you're talking to?
Just mess around with the villagers and townsfolk.
And we've built that same experience.
I mean, you're talking about a mediocre franchise that only ever had middling sales.
Getting a job, making some money.
Romancing a villager, getting married, having kids.
Fancy a date?
Perfect. You can get to know me better.
But why does he look like a
Buying
dude?
another house. Buying every house in Albion.
Crikey, even the black gal look like dude. What go on,
Buying every
man?
business in Albion. Getting rich.
Jeez.
Marrying a bunch more people, having a bunch more kids, probably getting divorced along the way for good measure.
Yeah, because that's like a totally normal part of life. Everyone has 16 husbands or wives and, you know, 16 divorces. Like, come on, man. You people are all seriously damaged. I remember bumping into him once at, like, a conference or something.
You could follow any one of them
Nice enough guy. Nice enough guy,
them live their life.
to be honest. Wait, was that Bo from the podcast Lotus Eaters walking through there?
Leisure time on hobbies.
Yeah, look, it's Bo. Like, it's contemporary Bo. That's exactly how he looks today. I watched the breakfast show. That's what he's wearing.
Voice conversations and interact with them in loads of different ways. Maybe the job they go to is working for you because you hired them to work in one of your businesses.
Hey, you. Working hard? How can I help you, boss?
Maybe
Wow.
the bed they sleep in is in a house of your own because you're the landlord.
Like, I'm not sure I really want to highlight the implications and connotations of that particular shot.
You're awful.
Using that white privilege, isn't she? She's using that white privilege. Getting my gal to work long hours while y'all out adventuring. Bro, like, dude.
Now that's an hero right there.
Morality has always
Dude,
been
was
super
that an
important to
Indian in Albion in the
between
Middle
good and
Ages?
Evil underpinned all of the original games.
Okay.
And morality is central to our game too.
Okay.
But we have a slightly different take on it.
For us, morality isn't black and white.
Yeah, you've made that abundantly clear over the years. Morality is certainly not black and white to you. It's all grey. It's all grey. There is no black, there is no white. It is all grey. I should say beige, really. The future's beige.
Everything you do earns you a reputation. And every person in Albion will have a different reaction to you as a result.
Hello there.
Yeah, we get it. You're rich.
They'll remember that
yeah, down with capitalism.
They'll love you or hate you for the choices you make, and they will always.
Who was that, Stu? Was it Pokemon? Sounded like Pokemon, man.
Safe distance.
Down with the
Our
rich.
game will never judge you, but the people of Albion will, loudly.
Imbecile.
Let's give you an example.
Early in the game, you'll meet a character named Dave, an egotistical gardener in a rural village who discovers a magical growth formula. He accidentally turns himself into a giant.
It's Richard Ayoade.
It'll be your job.
Oh,
for ultimately will be your choice.
Fuck's sake! I was not going to swear on this stream, but fuck off.
His giant corpse will lie on the farmland just.
Oh my god! You know what? I will never, ever forgive Chris Morris and freaking Charlie Brooker for unleashing Richard Ayoade on the world in Nathan Barley. Like, the character he played in Nathan Barley was perfect because that's what a bibble he is. Oh my god. And talk about self-insertion. Like, not only did you have that grotty little creep Stephen Fry voicing over the previous games, now you've got Richard Ayoade in the game. Jesus. Do you know there are other black comedians in the UK, yeah? Much funnier ones as well. I've said it before, the longer we go on, the more I miss Felix Dexter.
We're making this for Fable fans just like us, but also to introduce Fable to gamers who've never played the series before.
Fable fans just like us? You mean people that have just come into the franchise since you got like hired to develop it?
As we get closer to our launch. I'm excited to tell you today that Fable is coming to Xbox, PC, and PlayStation in autumn.
Oh, that's some good homogenized milk right there.
From all of us here, thanks for watching.
Homogenized milk galore. Slop it out, boys. Keep the slop coming. Well, I think that was it, right? Look, that's it. Or is it just one more thing? Yeah. Wow. Guys, they just wasted 50 minutes of your life. An hour and 20 of mine on, what, 4 or 5 games? 4 games. 4 games, bro.
One of the reasons we've been so excited for this location. Forza Horizon 6
This is embarrassing. This is an embarrassment, man.
At launch.
様々なスキルを組み合わせることで独自のプレイスタイルを作っていくことができるんです。
You can be the hero you want to be through the way you play, through the skills and abilities you learn.
It's so naff, even the stream's starting to break up at the end here, which is crazy because I'm on fibre optic, you know, like gigabit Ethernet, yeah. This is YouTube, this isn't me. That really, that's it. Look, there's something at the end. Is there anything at the end here, or is it just this for like 3 minutes? How long's left on this? Yeah, it's literally just 2 minutes of this. Or is it? Let me just check. Is there anything else at the end here? Wow. So that's it. That's it. Wow. Like, that's an embarrassment, man. I mean, I've been watching, I've said this a few times, I've been watching GameSpot from back in the day, and we've just got to like 2007 on the spot, 2007, I believe, and obviously Gamergate, the original, the proper Gamergate, that was like the obvious sort of start of it all, when Jeff Gerstmann got fired for giving an honest review of a Kane and Lynch game that happened to be sponsoring the website at the time. And he was summarily dismissed because, you know, that didn't look good for the game. You've got to give good reviews. That's where it all started. I did a video on it called Grubby, A Tale of Two Jeffs. It's on the channel. Go check it out. Going into the history of that, yeah? That's the original Gamergate. Like, long before Gamergate, what I call 2 and 3, with Anita Sarkeesian, and the latest one last year with, was it Alyssa McCunty and all that, yeah? But the point being, I've been watching GameSpot, and dude, like, you could have had one of these, what, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 games, right? You would have had those 4 announcements one day of a week when GameSpot was at its peak, right? Like when we were in say 2004 to 2006 period, right? When you had Rich Gallup, Jeff Gerstmann, Ryan Davies, all the crew there, yeah. You would have this many announcements in like the first 15 minutes or 20 minutes of On the Spot. And then you'd have a whole bunch of other stuff, right? This is January 2026. Okay, we're 20 years on. We're 20 years out from that, right? And we've gone from having like 4 releases announced within your first segment of On the Spot to having a developer direct, a dedicated stream going out worldwide straight from Xbox themselves with 4 games, 2 of which are by the same developer. Not one of them like a serious contender for like a major franchise of today. Forza 6. Okay, we're quite far down the line with Horizon 6. And that's just the Horizon games, let alone Forza Motorsport, right? Then you've got the Beast of Reincarnation from Game Freak, which is a risky game from a company that usually makes its money off of Pokemon, the last one of which was absolute garbage, right? Then you got Kiln, which, like I say, has all the longevity of an unfinished vase. Like, it's just gonna melt away after you've played it for about 20 minutes. And Fable. I mean, I know I started this stream by saying, let's look at, they're celebrating 25 years since entering the console market with the sole mission of destroying the console market. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Get into the chat, get into the comments. Prove me wrong. Go back and watch any episode of On the Spot from 2006 / 2004 to 2006. But let's say 2006. I'll just pick that out of the air, right? Go to an episode where Rich Gallup's still there. Yeah. And look at the hype. I mean, Christ, you'd have this many EA Sports games announced in the first segment or 2 segments of On the Spot. Yeah. Now you don't even have one. There's no Halo. There's no Gears of War still. I mean, it's out there. E-Day is still being talked about, but nothing on it here. And I'm not saying there should be either. And there should be whatever replaced that. Whatever the new thing was. But there is no new thing. Because the industry is filled with total wannabes, total tourists, all of those people that absolutely should never have been allowed near the industry in the first place because they are absolute 100% tourists who come in, pick up old franchises, try to do their spin or their take on it, and alienating the audience by, as the gentleman at Playground was saying, we're trying to make a game for everyone. And in the end, you make a game for no one. Wow, that was an effort. That was a real effort to get through. And I'm feeling bad now because I could have been spending that time playing Roller Coaster Tycoon, which would have been way more fun. Even just not chatting, just playing the game while you guys watch would have been more fun than this. I mean, the state of play, the last state of play wasn't exactly great either. We're there. We're at the nexus point. That like I say, the amount of homogenized sloppy homogenized milk is, well, it's not even that much, is it? It's small portions of sloppy homogenized milk. It's sad, man. It's sad how we've come this far. And I say Ubisoft is 90 cents. In fact, let me just look that up, right? Let me see if I can find that quickly. Yeah. If I just jump out here. Have a quick look. Ubisoft. Oops. You should have to be able to type. Have a quick look. See what the latest is on this. Oh, what? It's gone back. Really? That's interesting. It was down to 95 cents yesterday. How has it gone back up again? There it is. Right. So it's bounced back up. Interesting. There we go. Boom. Down there. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. Gontings. Can I zoom in on that a little more so you can all see? Yeah. Look at that. Brutal, right? Absolutely brutal. Straight down, boy. Yeah. I mean, hell, it even went like right down there. So that's Ubisoft. How's EA doing? What do you think EA's saying? Let's have a quick look at that. Yeah, they're doing fine. They're doing fine. Yeah, look at that. Rock solid. Rock solid, man. Wow. Year to date. Down 0.03. But over 1 year, yeah, they're up 62. See, look, this is where they were, what, this time last year, right? Look at that. Look at that. They were down to 116 there. Yeah. So EA are okay, but Ubisoft are definitely not looking good. Okay. Which, on the wrong one. Nonetheless, I think we've hit that nexus point. I think we are at the point where, like, the industry has completely collapsed. Like, it's on the way. I mean, like I said to people at Sega, it wasn't going to be a quick overnight thing for sure. It was going to be like a soft landing, to a certain degree. And yeah, like, everything's converging back to PC. And of course, one of the big reasons for that, why is this still playing even though I said stop? Yeah, one of the main reasons for that is, do you know how much easier it is if everyone's just on like a homogenized like platform where the majority of people were using Windows? Like, god dang, like, it has to get worse before it gets better, though, right? We have to go through this. We have to go through this because things do tend to have to get a lot worse before they can get better. I'm just hoping a lot of people realise that. I think, you know, an offering of 4 games for your first show of the year is just embarrassing. Not really sure what else to say about it. I think we're done here. I think I'm going to be back. I'm going to take a quick break, use the bathroom. But I think I'll come back and cleanse that horrible taste out of my mouth with some Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 Complete Edition. Thank you for enduring that with me, all y'all out there watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, please, and share the video if you can. I've got to start getting on a bit of a sort of mission. I need like 25 followers to be able to get like on my path to Twitch and YouTube partners, whatever the hell you call it. So if you could just like drop a like and subscribe, that would be super awesome. Follow us, and yeah, like check back shortly. Like I say, I'm going to take a little bit of a break, and then I think I'll give a bit more Roller Coaster Tycoon, and I'll catch you on that stream. But for now, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll catch you in a bit.